In May 2025, we hiked the Cape Wrath Trail, where you pick your own route from Fort William to the Cape Wrath Lighthouse, approximately 230 miles through glens, mountain passes, alongside lochs, waterfalls. Nearing the end, you arrive at the spectacular Sandwood Bay, and finally the lighthouse. Camping is essential as the remoteness means no settlements for days at a time, but gratitude is due to the Mountain Bothy Association for maintaining these wonderful shelters when you eventually need to dry out. Although we were incredibly lucky to have had 16 days of cloudless skies during our 21-day hike. Follow our adventure on this epic trip.
Well, this was our camp spot for the night, and it was amazing. Even one of the other hikers, Sam here, decided to camp over. He did a few Munros whilst we were sort of plodding on, but this is the view up the hill. It's another blue sky day, and there's our little tent. It was cold last night, and I was a little nippy. Liz, were you okay last night?
Yeah.
In her duck down sleeping bed. And but mine was a little nippy, so I didn't have enough layers on. But that's our setup. This is beginning to take things down. It's going to take probably about half an hour, and we want to be away by 8:30 so that we can do a long one today. Well, it's 9:04. Liz, we nearly made it for the 9 o'clock start. Well, we talked about 8:30. We talked about 8 o'clock.
No, 8:30.
8:30.
We are all packed up and ready to go, but it is 9:10. So the plans to leave early did not come to fruition, but we've been in a beautiful spot. I was just getting this rucksack on, been by this beautiful river. I came down from the Bila on that little track. Sun came up this morning over there, and we're in the company of another hiker who's already set off, and we're just about to set off down there towards Craig.
Scorchio sun, not a cloud.
Just miraculous weather. Can't believe we're on day 10. It's flown by so quickly. Every day has been packed full of so many different things and so many huge challenges, but we've just been surprised about what we can achieve and what our bodies can actually do. You can feel physically exhausted and your body just keeps going. And then we arrive at some beautiful place to camp for the night. And it's just an amazing experience. Well, having been road walking for a little while, dodging juggernauts, we're now on this steep uphill forest path, which is very adventurous and quite different. Just come out into a clearing with a beautiful view.
fight your way through this.
How you got your bloodshot eye yesterday. Branches, battling through branches.
Possibly.
Certainly a challenge.
A challenge. We're now sitting,
Another challenge.
sitting in the shade of a lovely tree, looking over where we were this morning, over there somewhere.
Over there we were.
Over there. So, over there. Anyway, it's up from here, upwards and onwards.
So we've come through a nice foresty area, and now we're looking at the mountains in Torridon in front of us, heading for Kinlochyu.
So hot. Lunchtime. Lunch spot for a quick stopover and oatcakes with Matt breathing and trying to work out which mountain is which ahead of us. There's a resupply of water. Oh, I love these signs at the end of the day. Gorgeous little brook, yeah.
Well, having been going on a horrible gravel track for the last few miles, our last mile and a half has suddenly turned into, this has got a bit less technical, but kind of technical, rocky heather bashing and quite steep. So yeah, you never know what's coming.
Successfully got through.
Well, this has been a little camp spot for the night, quite near a river, and we're just getting all packed up. We're just leaving Kinlochew, and there's some free-range chickens and sheep and lambs, beautiful mountains in the background, little white houses, and another gloriously sunny day. How are you feeling about today?
Me? Actually a long one. It'll be, as every other day, a challenge, but it's going to be fun. Hello sheep and baby lamb. Another blue sky day. Not a cloud in the sky. Everything is so pretty. Decent plunge pools down there. So I think we're about to start the climb now up the glen.
This is so scenic, but it is so hot. You would think that we were hiking in Switzerland or something.
What glen is this, Liz?
Glen Bianesdale.
Glen Bianesdale. Just there's water gushing down the big rock from the top of the mountain. It's coming down nice and fast. So this is the place to fill up your bottles of water. Just here. This is just filled up the tops of the bottles, but what happened there when you were down there?
Both my feet went in.
Are your feet dry yet?
Yeah, I think they're dry already.
Good thing about walking boots and speciality ones like this. Oh, I've got a little walking thing on my knee.
We have just packed up again after a stop for lunch, and this is Loch and Fada. So we have a descent, and then over at that beach at the far side there is an ascent up, which is our final ascent of the day, down towards Loch an Nid, and then a bit of a walk before we finally camp for the night. That's what we are, cuckoo. But hiking in this heat, it is so hot. It feels like it's about 40 degrees. Probably isn't, it's probably about 25 or late 20s, but we could be hiking in Spain in the midday heat. That's what it feels like. But it has been very beautiful this morning, and very, very scenic, but just too hot. And speeding ahead. Ben is just filtering his water and going along a beach now. There's a rocky path round the loch before we get to the next beach. Mother duck chasing her little ducklings who swarm off. There are a lot of ups and downs here. It reminds me of going along the loch side to Kinlochhorn. It looks straightforward, but no, lots and lots of ups and downs. So it takes longer than you estimate. There are dozens of green tents over there, and at this end of the beach somebody's dumped 2 rucksacks and a tent that they haven't put up yet. So people mountaineering? Who knows?
highest cairn today.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's the highest point we've done at all. Looking round, you can see all the tops of all the mountains we've been going past. And those are the ones in front of us.
Very nice apricots.
They are very nice. I wish we had more bananas though. I don't think we've got time, but these Italian and Spanish guys doing fast pack reverse Cape Wrath Trail were telling us about this bubbling plunge pool, but I'm going to give that a miss. It looks tempting though. The climb down from the Belach has been the usual windy, stony path, and I feel like I've been doing it in my sleep. Hopefully we're just going to go round the corner and see Loch An Ned, which was where I originally planned for us to stop for the night, but it would make the next day too long, so we're going to push on a couple of miles further, but I wish we could stop there. So tired.
Well, it's 10 to 6, and what happens at this time of day is that the heat of the sun is actually shadowed by these mountains. The sun goes down to about 10 o'clock here. It doesn't get dark until about 10:30, 11. So yes, it's a bit cooler and nice, a bit nicer ahead. Just making our way. I'm down the valley. I'm trying to find a good water source. Liz is running out of water. We've got quite a lot of walking still to do. So I'm a bit ahead of Liz, but I'm going to see if I can find some water to top up. But on this side of the mountain it seems quite dry and there's not many streams. There's a few little wet bits, a bit puddly and muddy, but that's not very nice to drink.
Well, finally have Loch An Ned in view. Ben's powering ahead, so I better crack on.
Where are we going to?
Who knows?
As far as we can get tonight.
What is this? This is what I was wondering.
Kaipu. Kaipu animals.
This is nice.
It's very nice. This is going to do the pole descent up from the shore of the loch, because Loch An Ned, is it called?
An Ned. But it's about to go behind the hill.
It is. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got
Get there.
not long before it drops. So, plan, get the tent up.
Yep.
Everything's done.
This is our spot for the night, but the sun is just about to go behind the mountain, but we have a beautiful view of Loch An Ned. So that was our little camping spot down there at the edge of the loch. It was in the shade all the time, so it was very cold. And now we're setting off and we're cold, so we're going to march quickly to warm up. We are finally out of the shadow of the mountain and going along another stony track, but looking at beautiful scenery, beautiful river getting wide and deep, and beautiful gorse over there, and then we're going to head up that windy track.
Well, it's Sunday and we've come down one of the glens, and this is where it would have been good to have camped last night because it's in the sun. Yeah, it's early in the morning still. I mean, we would have got sunshine from over there, that direction in the morning, and we could have had sun from through there. A couple of tents here. I think guys do a lot of climbing around here, do them in rows. Very beautiful, got the river behind me. I don't know, there's a path up that hill there, and that's where we're heading. Our final destination tonight is Inverleigh. This is probably going to be the longest walk, and yeah, we've got to get to one case and to do some food pickup, and we are doing a long walk. 17 miles, is it? I don't know, something like that. I haven't done that yet. But we're going to be going up this path ahead. There, if you can see that. This is a dot in the distance.
So we could have camped here last night if we'd got here earlier. But we didn't. So we camped by Loch Annid, and now we're missing out the dog leg. We're not going to Shanabal.
Beautiful gorge down there. It has disappeared already. I better get up there and join them.
Well, we've come up a very steep bit. We're on this sort of quite a belach. And it's very moonscapey, nothing like as picturesque as the glen that we've just left, with all the gorse winding around the river. But let's see what we can see when we get to the top. So because we stopped 3 miles short of where we had hoped to get to, we made up the 3 miles by cutting out the dog leg around to Shanabal Bothy. But this is where the path rejoins, and now we're on the right path. Yay!
Well, it's still very windy, but the sun has come out and the sky is blue again. That's nice. Lots of waterfalls on the right, which sound incredible as we're coming down into Corrie Halley.
I just saw some trout in the river, but I think they've swum away when they heard my footsteps. Come on, little trout. Oh, yeah, look. You can finally see where all the cowpats are coming from. one that has strayed from the herd.
There it is. Mmm. Look at that beautiful specimen. Hello. Love your white stripe. Hi. He's munching that grass.
Well, this is much more picturesque again, and yeah, just really enjoying the sunny weather. Again, there's not a cloud in the sky, but there were a few clouds this morning. Just waiting for Ben because he's got very intrigued by the cows and is taking lots of footage of them. We found yet another picturesque spot to have lunch, sitting by the river, and we've decided to cook something up because we've got a couple of spare meals and they're sitting in the hut rehydrating and just enjoying the lovely sound of the river.
We've stopped at a beautiful spot for lunch up the bottom of the hill and come down to the river, and the idea is that we have something substantial for lunch because we've got how many more miles to go? 7.3, so we're going to have cooked meal, macaroni, cheese, salmon and broccoli pasta. We have got a big climb this afternoon. In fact, we've got a 7-mile hike up the mountain. Getting a good view of where we've just come up from. Halfway up the hill. We're blessed with all these little waterfalls amongst the rocks as we go up. As I say. And up. And that rock.
Down and then another little top.
Ah. 2 tops to go. heading. There you can see it down there. Whoa. You just see where we're heading.
Well, this is a lovely ending to our first half of the Cape Wrath Trail. We're going to have a rest day tomorrow, so this is quite a good last day, isn't it?
Yeah. And what a scene down there.
Yeah, and it's a nice path to end with as well. At the moment, it might change suddenly, but nice grassy slope path, that's what we want on downhills. And we're heading down there somewhere to a bunkhouse. Yeah, it's been a better day than...
Epic day, full of energy because we had our proper lunch.
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese macaroni, and what did you have?
And salmon.
Pasta, so it's the slow burning carbs you need for lunchtime.
Need to do that more often.
Amazing avenue of sycamore trees.
Whoa, look, just dropped. If we'd been walking past at the same time.
Liz, what's the most exciting thing at the end of the day when you're camping?
Setting that we've put the tent up in. I mean, look, how exciting is that?
Ooh, that was a frosty one.